In a world of 16-hour grinds and max mains, there's a different kind of player. One who clocks in at 9, out at 5, and still finds time to chase greatness in Gillinor. This is not a tale of endless hours or no-lifers at the Great Exchange. This is the story of progress made in the margins. 2 hours a day, no shortcuts, no trades, no excuses. This is a working man's IronMan. Alright, first day on the Working Man IronMan. The kind of goal for the account is to play for 2 hours a day, record the progress, and then post it to show what can you accomplish with a limited amount of playtime every week. There's like a guide in the description of the video that you can follow along with if you are starting your first IronMan. I try to break it down to where quests done in certain areas, you kind of stay in that area and do more quests. So level 2 thieving is our first level. And this is an example of what I was talking about earlier. We're just trying to do a couple of quests at one time all together, you know, that way we can limit the amount of running around we have to do. Stocking up on some wines in Drainer Village. This is a cheap food, 1 coin, gets you 11 HP. Grabbing the cheese from Aggie's house. And then running back down to Lumbridge, starting the X marks the spot quest. And I grabbed a egg and milk and flour. This is the end of the Restless Ghost. I about said Priest and Girl. Jesus Christ. Cook's assistant. We wanted to intentionally burn that piece of meat, so you cook it twice. If you don't burn it the first time, just cook it again. Completing X marks the spot. Grabbing a Eye of Newt from, I think it's Betty, and then getting an onion. Now what you want to do is run up and grab a snake grass there too. Witch's Potion completed. And then you want to kill these imps all the time. And there's a bead. You need a red, white, black, and yellow. Just getting some free coins from the Stronghold of Security. And getting punched to death by a spider. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, we go back, we get the rest of our 10,000 coins. And our fancy boots. We won't be wearing them for too long, but they're just cool. I went to Varrock, spent my money on a Staff of Fire and some runes. Went back to Lumbridge to get level 5 thieving. Rune Mysteries completed. And what you want to do from here is walk up to Drainer Village, buy the Chronicle, which is that book in my hand, and buy the teleports. Once you do that, go up and complete Witch's House. Using the Edgeville lever, I teleported to Artie so that I could complete some diaries. This next part you're about to see is not very necessary, as you can complete Biohazard and fight Arena to get a higher thieving level. This was essentially a waste. That's going to be the end of day 1, or Monday. Okay, starting off Tuesday of the first working man's week. Here's the stats. I forgot to show it at the end of the last day, so we're showing it now. Total playtime. We're going to get right to work buying 20 balls of wool and killing imps for beads. We are at the Artie Monastery. That's where we are. Grabbing this lit candle before completing a monk's friend for some woodcutting levels. And then we use our home teleport to get back to Lumbridge. Sheep shear completed. I got 4 pots of flour and I'm gonna milk this cow. Grabbing some feathers and sardines. Now you don't need to do this either. With the completion of Plague City, it'll put you at a high enough mining level. I'm using this portal here to go from Edgeville to Ferox to pick up these iron bars in the wilderness, and then taking the canoe back down to Edgeville. I forgot to start the Night Sword while I was in Falador, so I'm running back. Do not do this. Don't make this mistake. While in Varrock, go ahead and grab your priest top and bottom. And then also grab these pie dishes off the table in the Varrock Palace. You have to stop here to talk to Reldo anyways for the Night Sword, so just grab them while you're here. Okay, so I completed the lumberyard portion of Gertrude's Cat, and now we're going to grab these red berries from the south wall of Varrock. Gertrude's Cat is now completed, and I am going to cook these pies. You want to cook these red berry pies, you only need 1 to be successful. But we essentially took the pastry dough, put it into the pie shell, and then now we're going to cook the pies. And there's the Night Sword completed. $10 collections, and now we can do the tourist trap. And that would be the end of Tuesday. Feels like a quick day, but there's a lot of walking and gathering involved with Tuesday. So here's the final stats for Tuesday. Starting off Wednesday strong with the tourist trap completed. For 26 agility. Turning in my beads for Imp Catcher while I'm on this side of the world. Also grab some beef and chicken from Lumbridge. Finishing it off with Mistle and Mystery. We're really focusing that crafting XP. I'm buying 1 chocolate bar from Artie. I used the lever trick once again. Killing this bear for some bear meat, raw bear meat. And I try to do my farming patch every time I run by. So with a knife, that light source we grabbed from Monk's Friend, we run down here in the Temple of Ikov area and grab the Boots of Lightness. No more fancy. Grabbing some fishing bait from the fishing shop in Catherby. And with that is day 3 completed. Here's the stats. Starting off day 4, Thursday, I actually missed some recording content. I did Murder Mystery, so I just ran north from Camelot, where we logged out of Wednesday. Did that quest for more crafting XP. Grabbed me some dwell berries and some king worms in Mick Gruber's woods. Came down here, started the dwarf cannon quest. Like I said, we really want to get some crafting XP. And there is Plague City completed. There's the mining XP. You didn't have to do all that mining prior. This is the biohazard portion in Varrock. Just trying to knock it out while I'm here. I had to come here for this. And since I came here, I did Children of the Sun. After that, I ran down to this house. It's south of Fortis. Has a charcoal spawn, and a wine spawn. I just grabbed a few of each. ran down and completed the Riveting Tail quest, and picked more red berries from south of Iraq, completing the museum and doing the portion of Dwarf Cannon in the Dwarven Mines area. Biohazard completed, along with Dwarf Cannon completed. I'm unlocking the Bar of Assault minigame telly and then starting Waterfall quest. At the base of Backstorian Falls, there's this man named Rizzolo. You want to buy one Greenman's Ale from him for later. Starting the Grand Tree on my way down. And I bought all of this to make a Fruit Blast. And this is where we log out for the day. Don't let it confuse you. Starting off Friday with a nice juke to a fight arena. We're going to save Tree Gnome for later. And while I'm in Port Kazard, I grabbed some seaweed, buckets of sand, and the plank spawns. Alright, for a little context, I missed the part where I talked to Hazelmere for the Grand Tree. I also went to Yanil and talked to Alec at his Hunter Emporium for the diary task and grabbed a rotten tomato. Right? Yeah. And now we're starting Azil Cult. Azil Cult completed. Don't forget that purple dye when you run by the tree. Finishing up 25 Thieving. Doing the Observatory quest, and I am stocking up on some super anti-poisons. Observatory completed. Crafting is the focus. We get the Glorious Pebble from Tree Gnome. We go and do Tree Gnome Village while we're here. Easy. This is the part of the Grand Tree where you have to go to Karamja to get your lumber order. I'm just going to home telly and go do some things on that side of the map. Okay, so after your home telly, you'll be here, or you need to go here. Get your rusty sword for your arty diary, now that you have the thieving levels. Grabbing some teleports for my chronicle. Yep, hold 2. And gotta have Newt, getting some air runes and some mind runes, completing Goblin Diplomacy. And now we go do Druidic Ritual. We're zooming. And this is gonna be the end of day 5, Friday, yeah. Saturday, here we go. Starting off with the completion of Black Knight's Fortress. Recruitment drive completed, and we have to start RFD to knock out a quest for now. The dig site completed. Yeah. Buying some nails from the lumberyard, and then doing Daddy's home. I don't know what that ticken's for. Doing the Vrock portion, or actually this is starting Demon Slayer, that's what this is. Going to mine 12 coal to save them for later. It takes a minute. Here we're grabbing 10 clay, 4 copper, 2 iron, minimum of 2 iron for a couple quests. Doric's quest completed. I forgot bread. Don't forget your bread. Home teleport back, and then Goblin Generals completed. Turning into 25 bones for Demon Slayer while I'm down here. And that is it for Saturday. It's Sunday, the final push. Here's the stats starting off the day. We are getting everything ready to go questing. We got to try to turn everything in today. Buying some papyrus from Ali Morsane. Getting this sickle mold from the crafting shop, all in Al Kharid. We run over and complete Sleeping Giants for some smithing. And we start the golem up until we have to leave for the dig site. We head back over to the arty side, complete the grand tree waterfall with no food. That's what happens. You can use your Barbarian Salt minigame teleport to get back. There was waterfall quest completed. Some more farming. Elemental Workshop 1 completed. Claiming the RD1 cape from 2 pints. And turning in our cat for some death runes. Spent some time trying to get a rune semi from the Orania warriors or Zamorak warriors. And then we ran out of runes, so we went and completed Demon Slayer. That's it for the first week. I feel like we got a lot done. Total time played should be around 14 hours. And we did every basic thing we needed to do. Right on the heels of fairy rings. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, there's a guide in the description.